Yo, Faye! Thank you for the follow! Hi! You're playing Val with Faye? I'm so bad. Hi! Good luck. Good luck with Val. Good luck with Val. You got this. Oh hey, Issa the Legend. Thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. we doing? Welcome on in. How we doing? Hope everyone's doing good. Hi. Dude, I love that they changed the art on the main menu screen depending on what case you're on. It's so good. So good. Hello everyone. We're back with some more Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations. Let's hop right into it, shall we? Boom. We are on a plane. Alright, Miss Tenairo's logic. Let's break down her logic. Hello. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? So, even though you didn't, oh my gosh. One sec. Tenaira creeps me out, not gonna lie. She's so determined to do anything to make sure he's the killer. I know she's probably just doing her job, etc., but the length she's going seems a little sus to me. To be fair, she did stumble upon what looked like a gory murder scene. Like, alluding to our title today, if this were Among Us... That'd be out. They're throwing Edgeworth out the airlock for that one. Dude standing above the body. Oh jeez. I'm just doing stuff real quick. So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. I'm like multitasking so heavy right now. Oh god. Oh god. I started stream too early. You stood at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. Okay, should be good. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? Alright, there we go. Get into the cross-exam. Or rebuttal. Sorry. Okay, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you're done with the vile deed. Find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? Okay, I don't... Yeah, there was just a passport inside. Oh. Well, all the money's on the ground, so... And it looks like all the money is from different countries. It looks like different currencies. Like every bill looks different. That's funny. No, I wasn't stealing his money. His money's scattered around him.
Objection!
Whoa, I wonder what the murder weapon is. Who knows? I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenairo. What is it now? Miss Tenairo. I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about this scene would prove that the motive for the murder was not the money? The money?
Take that!
You see, Miss Tenairo, I am incredibly rich. If I may direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor. Ah! That's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. Coinage. Look at all that coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer was after. Ah! I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money. But the wallet.
Objection!
Ah, yes, the wallet. You will also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks' passport. If you are really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet. And bro had like $5 in his wallet and a rich guy supposedly wanted that money despite being rich. Do you know who I am? Have you seen my car? Forgive me, please. Oh. Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Huh, don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenairo. Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. I love how angry Edgeworth still looks. Plus the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. Yo! We got some Borginian on the plane? It's this guy. He's the killer. I know Listen. The passport was from Virginia. Passport was from Virginia. Yeah, Republic of Virginia. And this guy's now speaking Virginian. He's the killer. Done. Got him. What is it now? Uh-huh. Miss Tenairo, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Virginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said that he is giving the runabout! I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. Okay. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? If he's the killer, he's the ugliest killer we've had so far. What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. Licensed to love, laugh, maim, and murder. What a movie poster. You! How dare you try to waste my time! You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. He knows. I know what you are. Insolvent! Oh. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zink LeBlanc II. I am a very wealthy man in Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout? I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. Get him, Edgeworth. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator, going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Okay. And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Hicks was his name, was it? And then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at the time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice.
I was still eating. Still haven't finished, see?
The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have, what you say, the evidence?
Mr. Edgeworth, I
you really the culprit after all? No. This poor girl. Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw. Enough to give testimony. Of course. I was looking at that man the whole time. That man? He was playing with that annoying little, small machine the whole time. Machine. Yes, that's what you people called it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer.
I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone.
Cell phone? Never heard of such a thing. In the year 2018.
I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. A simple cell phone. A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. Wow. Wow. That's such a dated line. Edgeworth, little do you know, nowadays you can do everything on a cell phone. Everyone's got one. This is a rough dated line. Oh my god. That's so funny. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. And not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenairo.
Yes?
I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tenairo, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then.
I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Huh. This should not be approved. The way they bring up the cell phone makes me think he doesn't actually, but he does. Makes me think he doesn't actually. Oh, have one? But he uses it to activate things, like a bomb, for example? Call people. Thank you. I was so confused. I was like, what am I reading? Huh. This should not be approved.
Please, Mr. LeBlanc. It's an emergency. All decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
Oh, her little run's cute. You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Heh, we will see.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene.
What? Unbelievable. I am in your debt, Miss Tenairo. However, sorry.
excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know what came over me. However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Lady, go for it. Of course. I see no problem with that stipulation.
It's only natural, as I am still a suspect in this case. Grr. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassuring enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use triangle to talk. It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Don't get near me, you criminal! He said, "Don't get near me, you criminal." Thanks. I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. That's contrary to the facts. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. I can understand his English just fine. Thank you very much. Hello. Hey, miss. How about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the cute attendant. Oh man. Edgeworth's like, oh man, I'm not being the one hit it on. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. If you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, Toots. That's no way to talk to a lady. Destroy him, Edgeworth. I'm so glad that after Edgeworth's brief period of misogyny, when he was starting out under Von Karma, he's become a gentleman. Destroy him, Edgeworth. If I may have a word with you. This steak's so awesome. That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here whole time, so wouldn't know. Eat or speak. Please pick one. I think he chose to eat. Yes, I can hear that. Okay. My logbook. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. Oh, that's right. I was in the middle of recreating a chess game. I'm on the headcanon that Edgeworth has no idea how to play chess. He just he doesn't think chess is an actual game. He just thinks of it as like using it to strategize and stuff. Like a strategy board. He doesn't think that chess is an actual game. And the only person he ever goes up against in chess is Gumshoe. And Gumshoe also doesn't know how to play chess. Those are my headcanons. I think it's funny.
Just an observation, but aren't there too many red knights around that lone blue pawn?
Aw. Aw. Nonsense. It simply shows that the... It simply shows that the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. Oh. Gosh, Edgeworth. Oh my god, they just... Look at them stare. Miles Edgeworth, what a character you are. What's a lifesaver doing here? It sure didn't save that guy in the elevator's life. I bought it at the in-flight shop just beyond the lounge. If something should happen, having one will save your life. I think this guy would have been better off not taking a plane to begin with. Oh god, over here. This was Mr. Hicks' seat. This guy is so angry. I wish I could zoom in on him. That's so funny. This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about.
Perhaps it's in the elevator?
Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now.
But I want to look around first. I want to look around.
Whoa! Hi, lady. She is not awake. She is asleep. Oh, Girl, sit down. Sit down. You're gonna fall over. Hurry up and investigate. Time should not be wasted. Precious is human time, is how you say it, I believe. Okay. Mr. LeBlanc seems to be protecting the gargantuan vase on the chair rather closely.
It's a marvelous vase, though, isn't it? Yes, I dare say so as a professional attendant.
I don't think there's any real connection between a piece of art and being an attendant.
But I'm not just any old attendant. She's a professional, Edgeworth.
Yep.
I'm a professional flight attendant.
She's so cute. As though there was such a thing as an amateur flight attendant.
How did you find your meal to be, Mr. Edgeworth?
Come to think of it, I forgot all about it. I must have been asleep or something.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me prepare you something right away.
What are you apologizing for, Miss Teniro?
I failed in my professional duties by letting a passenger go hungry. Please help yourself. If you see anything to your fancy, feel free.
I think I'll take my time later after I've solved this case. Thanks.
That leads to the emergency escape hatch. You can't go in there in mid-flight.
What's the probability that the criminal escaped through here?
100%.
Damn.
Oh, let me finish my thought. I'm 100% certain they didn't.
I love her. When I'm searching for an answer, only complete thoughts need apply. Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there.
If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay?
What the? Hey, wake up, you.
I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth.
No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Miles Edgeworth, oh my god. No slackers.
In order to preserve the crime scene, I'm afraid the elevator is not in service. To get to the first floor lounge, we should take the stairs. Okay, so there was stairs, Edgeworth. There was stairs, and you still decided to use the elevator. You wouldn't be caught up in this mess if you just used the stairs. And you wouldn't have to live your traumatic experience of elevators. March 12th, 7:26 a.m. Flight G390, first floor lounge. And the stairs were right there! Right where you were knocked out. Miles Edgeworth, I'm going to hit you. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenairo.
It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you.
That's valid.
Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota.
I see. I will bear that in mind.
I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress.
Okay. That's interesting. So, like, if the penalty bar goes all the way down, that's her way of saying, you're being dumb. I think that's interesting, rather than, you know, killing him. Maybe Miles loves reliving his traumatic experiences. He's like, boy oh boy, can't wait for another earthquake as I ride this elevator. I hope the power goes out and I find a dead body.
And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time.
So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board?
I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff key card. And we found no record of a key card being used at all.
Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. Or crew. It's either someone in first class or one of the staff members. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Now then, let's get started.
But where should we start from?
Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere, or clues point to where the killer could have been. Miles dies when he gets too many clues wrong. He just drops dead.
If we're to believe what you say is true, then yes.
The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. What floors does this elevator service?
Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold.
Okay, did you check the cargo hold for somebody hiding in there?
However, that requires a flight crew key card.
Is it one of the staff members? So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second, huh? The victim's body was found inside the elevator that connects first floor with second floor. Okay. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Okay. That thing around his neck is missing.
Not in the victim's pocket. A souvenir picture, perhaps? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's missing. I wonder what was hanging off this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could put my finger on it. Yeah, you want me to deduce. I'll do that in a second. I want to look at everything first. What is this sinister looking figure on the floor here?
Oh, that's a piggy bank from our company mascot, Captain Ugo.
Go you Airlines. That's cute.
It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop.
She just turned into a salesman.
This bank is limited edition, and it's so popular that we're down to our last one.
You have an in-flight shop? Miles Edgeworth Investigations, Curse of the Sinister Finger.
Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body was discovered.
There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hick's wallet at some point. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight.
So Mr. Hicks, he's really dead?
Nah, he just likes to sleep like this. Like, girl, what? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right there.
Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes.
She's so funny. I see, she's over the trembling now. Although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see.
Edgeworth, he didn't say yes. I think he's alive.
Yes, thank you, Miss Teniro. I appreciate it. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hick's head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Blunt force trauma. Wound on the back of Hicks's head suggests blunt force trauma, but what caused it? Okay, yeah. Even his glasses are broken. The victim's glasses are broken. Were they broken during his murder? Okay. Do we get everything? Alright, I'm assuming we can deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yeah.
Eureka!
Eureka! Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found.
His machine?
Oh, that's the machine. Is that a cell phone? I guess, yeah. Sure. Like, it's so red. His cell phone, Miss Teniro.
So I guess because it's not here.
Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Missing cell phone. The victim supposedly had one, but it has gone missing. Did the killer take it? See, yeah, it looks more like a cell phone from the front. Maybe it's just a weird case thing, or it's a... I don't know. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilt at its feet.
This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Ugo Hughes, who is a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet.
Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt.
Aha!
Oh, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I found some very important evidence.
Some footsie printsies.
What's the important piece of evidence in this scene? The,
Take that!
What is it?
They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they're a set of footprints. There's some spilled grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator.
So you think...
Yes, these belong to our killer.
Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class.
That's a fantastic idea. That's a really good idea. And if Edgeworth says no, you should just arrest him. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Hey, guess what? Guess what? Do it anyway. Even if it's not concrete proof, it's called a lead. Miss Teniro, I'm so sorry you have to deal with this idiot.
Oh, I see.
No, he's the one that's wrong. He's wrong. Girl, you are a genius. Miles Edgeworth, I hate you right now. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence.
It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second.
Don't say the E word! Don't say the E word!
And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off.
Oh. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Edgeworth, you also compared it to an earthquake. I want none of this. The power of logic left him in this episode. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. This toppled over chair. Yet another victim of the turbulence.
Ah, no! Look at all that grape juice staining the back! It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable.
It was?
Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane.
The Rocker Pals? Excuse me? Like... Excuse me?
The Rocker Pals' leaders sat in this very chair.
Faye got off, but I'm still playing and stuff, just saying hi. Hi, Matt. Have fun with Val. Get those kills. Shoot those guns.
I've never played Val.
I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals?
I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens.
Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Okay, Edgeworth. Okay. Yeah, I'm too, cool for popular modern music. I don't care for it, okay? I was born in the wrong decade. Shut up, Edgeworth. You're pissing me off this episode. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. What or who is this?
This is a bronze statue of the founder of Go U Airlines, Mr. Hugo Hughes. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other of him in his 80s.
Oh, wow. Did the man age at all over those 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. There are a few copies of Sky magazine in the magazine rack.
This month's special is an English trivia quiz.
That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. Okay, shut up, Edgeworth. The youth of today? You're like 25. Shut up. You're a millennial. Calm down.
Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth.
She's like the same age as you. Dude, shut up.
Who's ever heard of such a silly word as a participle?
Case in point. Shut up, Edgeworth. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. Why won't you answer me, clouds?
Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds.
Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? Edgeworth's having a freaking crisis.
I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation.
The clouds, they tell me nothing. Was he home? Is this line like him thinking that she was going to answer for the clouds? That she was going to tell him what the clouds were saying? These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There is quite a bit of broken glass here. Please do be careful when passing through the area.
Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you.
I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name.
This grand piano is the pride of this place. It can play the music of whatever CD we...
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive.
That's not a piano. It's more like an overgrown music box. Music box!
Oh, but it's keys to press along with the music as though there really is someone playing it.
That's cool. That's actually really sick. I'd love that. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Boy, shut up. Enough of you, you hypocrite. Alright, let's logic. Don't force trauma. Mega weapon. Boom. Logic. That'd be such a great prop for a haunted house. It's so cool. It is very cool. A statue with blood on it, lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out.
Yes, what is it?
The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head.
Yeah, go figure. Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title? Edgeworth, shut up. You're the one that had the logic piece it together in your superpower brain.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? Let's try hitting him over the head with it again and seeing if it lines up exactly.
It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon.
Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. Usually on display at the in-flight shop, found at the crime scene with blood on it.
The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed.
There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilant.
Are you in need of assistance?
Miss Tenairo, I'd like to ask you about investigating the lounge.
As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around.
If you could pass a message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation.
I will. However, please realize that you're still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you.
Plot twist, turns out Bro's alive, so when Edgeworth hits him over the head with it, he actually does kill him. Why would you need a shop on a plane? Why would you need an elevator on a plane? Of course, and I take no offense.
Do you really understand what I'm saying?
Yes, verily.
Do you pinky swear you do on your honor as a professional prosecutor?
I can't believe she just made him pinky swear. That's so good. I pinky swear I do. On my honor as a professional prosecutor.
Well, I guess that settles that.
I feel my honor as a man slowly diminishing. Oh. Did you notice anything?
I was wondering whose footprints those are next to the elevator.
I'd say the killers, wouldn't you say? Even if they aren't, I'm sure they are a vital clue to solving this case.
Ooh, maybe there are other clues waiting to be found in other places. Come on now, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's go find them together.
Word of advice, nobody likes a credit thief, so stop stealing my lines. I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss Tenairo.
Yes, I can't help but notice the sad atmosphere in here.
Yes, it is a rather tragic crime.
I'll say, robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant that I will capture the culprit with my own hands.
And I promise as a prosecutor to solve this case with logic and deduction. I should go over all the leads I've collected so far one more time. The key to solving this lies at the intersection of my logic and evidence. Look at my badge!
Even if you show them to me, I still cannot allow you to free reign. I'm sorry, but I must admit that I still have my doubts about you.
Guilty until proven innocent, I see. Isn't that how it works in this world? Edgeworth, you know that's how it works in this world. You say innocent until proven guilty, but it really does not feel like that. Maybe these? If not these, then maybe where was the killer in spilled grape juice? True, but there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with her. Okay. Oh.
This door leads to the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells. That's so real. Man, okay, Edgeworth, I forgive everything else you said. That's the realest thing you've ever said. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door. I thought he was gonna say, not that I have any interest in how women smell.
Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Boom. I have it.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth.
You did not see my puzzle pieces connecting in my brain? I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder.
What? Really?
We just need to check the shoe prints of everyone in the first class. Yes, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding. Or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact, that someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person.
But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself?
Girl, did you not listen to what I just said? But if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless.
Which means...
Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Manfred von Karma. Spilt during the turbulence, looks like footprints and something being dragged. Investigation complete! Let's go! What's going on over there? Oh. 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 Unforgivable. I forgot the voice I did for him. This is unforgivable. Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is late. It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late.
But the movie?
What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time.
What's the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat.
Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you're innocent yet? If you would like, I'll prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense. Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken. Merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine. Suit yourself. what I saw. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seemed to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony? If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry! Do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go. The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and will you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Oh. There must have been another person. Blah, 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 blah. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth?
Can you please translate for us?
Oh, hey. Whoa, she's got a Sprite.
No way. That's totally impossible, I guess is what he said.
No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes.
If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us.
I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? And we'll do that. tomorrow.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream.
The killer got into the elevator via the elevator shaft. Your Honor, he vented.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna send y'all off in a little raid. Oh, thank you for tuning in. I'll be back again tomorrow.